Hello kids, welcome to the session at Learn Forward platform by FeatherGo. I'm your English facilitator Garima Singh to make your learning easy and fun. So let's begin. Hope you're ready with your book Fly High 5 and now we are on chapter 9 that says Sunita Williams. I'm pretty sure that you must have heard about Sunita Williams. Who was she? Right, she was an astronaut. And who tells us about her journey to be an astronaut? Let's read the story to find how she became an astronaut and what she wants to say to the students. So before that, we have an activity. We need to identify the pictures and write down the vehicle that takes people to space. What is that? Then Sunita's friend who died in spacecraft accident, Kalpana Chawla, that is rocket. So you will all do it for yourself. Let's read. The colors of India from up in the outer space appear simply spectacular. The Himalayas appear dark green as one passes over. So, recounted Sunita Williams. So, this is, Sunita Williams, she has described that the colors of India from up in the outer space, when you reach up, it is simply spectacular, very beautiful. The Himalayas, they appear dark green. Sunita was born on 19 September 1965 in Ohio, USA to Bonnie and Deepak Pandya. To Bonnie, USA to Bonnie and Deepak Pandya. Okay. Her interests are running, swimming and biking. So she was born in Ohio in 1965. Ohio, sorry. And then her interests, her hobbies were swimming, biking and running. Apart from being an excellent student, she received special prizes and service awards while she was in the Navy. As a little girl, Sunita never thought of becoming an astronaut, right? She had no liking for that. She wanted to become a doctor who takes care of animals. She wanted to become a veterinarian, okay? Okay, she used to spend hours with her father who was a doctor drawing the brain and other parts of the body. She loved animals and she wanted to become a veterinarian, a doctor who takes care of the animals. When she joined the US Army, she was told that she and the other students would be watching movies about the seals. Sunita thought that she was going to learn about some water creatures. Little did she know that she was going to watch a movie about the Navy SEAL, okay? So she thought that she would be reading about the creatures we find in water, but it was a movie about the Navy SEAL, that is Navy, Sea, Air and Land. A few years later, Sunita was watching the Discovery Channel when she saw an advertisement for a show on seals. So she expected to see more on the Navy SEALs, only to find that the program was about the sea animals. So, as we have already read that she used to love animals, so she was really eager to know more and more about them. Sunita was an excellent member of the US Navy and was an important officer. The first time she applied to NASA, she did not think she would be selected. So it is just randomly she, appeared for that. But when she was called for an interview, she was over the moon. She was so delighted that she was over the moon. She was very happy. Her work in the Navy's, no, sorry, she would be selected, but when she was called for an interview, she was over the moon. Okay. Her work in the Navy's helicopters and jets was noticed and she was selected by NASA in June 1998. She began her training in August 98. As a student, she learned all about the living in space, the technologies needed for flying rockets, preparing for flight training, as well as learning ways to live underwater. So now in 1998, her training started and then she was taught to how to survive in space, all the technologies which were required to fly the rocket and flight training and how she could survive under the water. After difficult training and strict examinations, she worked with the Russian Space Agency. She also worked with the Canadians and other powerful agencies in the field of rocket technology. She lived underwater for 9 days as part of her training. Sunita has lived and worked abroad the International Space Station. She was launched into the International Space Station with the crew of STS-116 aboard the shuttle Discovery on December 9, 2006. So, December 9, 2006, what she was launched into the International Space Station, and who were the people with her? It was the crew of STS-116, right? She carried with her samosas, Bhagavad Gita, and an idol of Lord Ganesha. So while she was going, she had few things to carry. While becoming an astronaut is very difficult, Sunita believes that one can do anything if you are strongly determined. She had an officer who told her that she was not fit enough to be an astronaut, but she proved him wrong. She believes that if you know what you want, you have to work for it to achieve it, to get it. So if you are determined, if you are sure, you are confident, you are hardworking, passionate, definitely you can achieve your goal. She also tells students that if they love what they are doing, they will surely do it well. So if you have interest in any field, you will surely come out with flying colors. After Kalpana Chawla, Sunita Williams is the second woman with a South Asian background to soar into outer space, to move quickly and smoothly in the sky. You must have seen the kite soaring high in the sky, right? Which career would Sunita have chosen if she would not have been an astronaut? Sunita says that if she would not have been an astronaut, she would have been a doctor of animals, veterinarian, as she had always loved animals. Labrador retrievers and a terrier named Gorbai are a part of her life. If she would not have been a veterinarian, she wanted to be a teacher, a junior science teacher. So, if she would not have been an astronaut, she would have loved to be a doctor of animals. She would have loved to be a teacher of junior school science subject. She feels that kids are nice, and after going to NASA and learning about spacecrafts and gravity, some of the designs and workings are just simple things she loved in her. She was taught in her junior school. So, she said that, many of the things were really taught about the gravity in the junior classes. So, let's come to the exercise. Choose the word opposite to reject. Very good. Select. Which of the following words is correctly spelled? So, which is the correct spelling of aeronautics? The C one. Which of the following word means the same as energetic? Very good. Powerful. Now we have the extract. Based on it, we need to answer the questions. When was Sunita selected by NASA? So she was selected by NASA in the year 1998, and her training began in August. What did Sunita learn as a student with NASA? So as a student with NASA, she learned about living in the space, the new technologies for launching a rocket, how to live under the sea, under the water, preparing for flight training as well as living under water. Next, Sunita was an excellent member of the US Navy and was an important officer. Sunita was not selected by NASA the first time. No, she was selected, so false. Next extract, Dash is the second woman with a South Asian background to soar into outer space. Who was that? Sunita Williams. Sunita always loved animals. Very good. Sunita wanted to become a teacher. Yes, if she would not have been an astronaut, she would have loved to be a science teacher. Which other career would Sunita have chosen if not an astronaut? If not an astronaut, she would have loved to be a doctor of animals, veterinarian, or she would have loved to be a junior science teacher. Take the correct. Where was Sunita Williams born? She was born in Ohio, USA. When did Sunita begin her training? It was in August 1998. How many days Sunita Williams was underwater? It was for continuous 9 days. When was Sunita Williams launched into the International Space Station with the crew of STS-116? That was on December 9th, 9 December 2006. Now the fill in the blanks. As a little girl, Sunita never thought of becoming an astronaut. Good. After difficult training and strict examination, she worked with the Russian Space Agency. Sunita Williams carried with her samosas. She carried an idol of Lord Ganesha and Bhagavad Gita. Labrador retrievers and terrier named Gorbai are a part of her life. Next, we have the true false. The Himalayas appear dark blue. No, they appear green. False. Her father was an engineer. False. He was a doctor. She also worked with Canadians and other powerful agencies in the field of rocket technology. Absolutely correct. Sunita had an officer who told her that she was fit enough to be an astronaut. No, the officer said that she is not fit enough to be an astronaut. False. Question answers. What was Sunita's interest? She loved swimming. What were her interests? She loved swimming, biking and running. What did Sunita want to become in life? So she wanted to become a veterinarian or a junior science teacher. Why did NASA select her in June 1998? So let's find the answer. Her work in the Navy's helicopters and jets was noted and appreciable, and she was selected by NASA in June 1998. Did Sunita also work with Russian and Canadian rocket companions? Yes, she did work with them. What happened with Sunita on 9th December? So here we have the answer. On December 9, 2006, she was launched into the International Space Station with the crew of STS-116 aboard the shuttle Discovery. So that was all about the chapter. Hope you all loved it. Read it once again. Go through the exercise. Till then, take care. See you tomorrow. Happy learning.